Hi Anti-Society, welcome back to the Anti-Social Planet, and today we are reading episodes 25 and 26 of Tower of God. So in the last episodes, we were getting into the final round of this bonus round. We got to see some of the tricks that Kuhn has been working on, going all the way back to when we were first entering Evan Kell's floor, and he was talking about making allies and stuff like that. And we got to see that he was actually making allies with this other group of people, these three other people who had gone into the tower that he hid away in his briefcase until he needed them, kind of getting them through the different stages of the tower as the exchange for them helping him later on, which he ended up using for this bonus round so that he basically just had to sit back and wait for them to do all the fighting for him. Then we got into some of the more serious fighters, one of them being this person in the mask and the black leotard, which seems to be doing pretty well and has started threatening Baam, who has the crown, so that's probably the reason for it. But also I'm very defensive of Baam, and I don't like anyone who's going to pick a fight with him in any way, even if I do like the mask. But more importantly, we had this mystery team finally getting into the fight. We had who I think is one of the princesses of Jihad being in between this leotard wearing person and Baam and defending him, and then we had the hooded figure who was also by the throne with Baam, who said something along the lines of not hurting him. I can't remember exactly what the wording is, but something like that, and Baam coming to this kind of realization that this voice was very similar to Rachel's. Now this fits into my thought that it actually is Rachel. I'm not sure exactly how that would fit in, considering that they went through the challenges after Baam did, and Rachel of course went into the tower first, but I don't know if that's just because she took more time to get to that point. Baam kind of took a weird route to get into like the main part of like progressing through the tower, so who knows what happened to her trying to navigate to that point. But I think it's probably Rachel. Baam seems to think it's Rachel. We have yet to see the grand reveal to confirm whether that is what is happening. I'm very excited to get into this next chapter and get some kind of closure on that. Maybe we're going to see the end of this round and see if Baam is going to win this bet that he has with Anak. It probably isn't going to be an easy fight, especially since at the moment both Rock and Kuhn are isolated out on kind of, I don't know, the battlefield, the arena, whatever. They're not by Baam and the throne, so it's kind of ominous about what exactly is going to happen with this crown, but hopefully Baam will be able to survive, progress, not get hurt. He does have the Black March, so maybe that will help him out at some point if she decides she wants to get involved in this. But let's just get into chapter 25. Okay, episode 25. Finally, hopefully gonna find out if this blonde person is actually Rachel. It's gonna break my heart a little bit though. Like, part of me wants to be proven right, and the other part of me is like, it's gonna break Baam's heart. Looks like these two are facing off. Maybe not facing off, one of them has a mask on, so I don't know how well that works in this context. Anyway, I want to know what these disc things are. They look like eyeballs, and that kind of freaks me out, but if they're just like discs, then maybe it's okay. So if she is a princess of Jihad, does she have one of these 13 special swords weapons? Maybe they're not all swords. I've just seen like the Black March and the Green April, which happen to be like swords, so does she have one of the special weapons? Maybe there are more princesses than there are these special weapons? Ooh, it was a distraction. Good way to get behind this person though. She does seem to be playing with the leotard person a lot, with like talking about, it's like, oh, am I that pretty and stuff like that? Okay, like I know that this is probably like the most comic book nerd thing to say, but look at those motion lines. I say this as someone who's like legitimately been in a lecture at university where the entire lecture was just about how to use motion lines in comics. So maybe that's where my appreciation comes from, because there's an art to them. There really is. And they're stylistic. You'll find different motion lines depending if it's like an American comic or like Southeast Asian comic, or if it's European. It's an interesting touch. Anyway, not fully important to this particular scene. I think she's intentionally ignoring you. Just gonna go out on a limb and suspect that it is intentionally ignoring. Either it isn't Rachel, or they're just ignoring, or both. No, wait, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know where my brain is at today, but it is kind of fried, so that'll be interesting. Yes, the very tall one is also there in a cloak. How did they find a cloak that big? Maybe they have one already. Don't like that. How are we doing? Rock seems to be doing okay. Kun, probably fine. Back to back, helping each other out. Good question, Rock. Why are they helping? Or like seemingly helping? At least helping Baam. I wonder if it's partly to spite Anak. We had a little moment between the one member of this mystery team who I'm pretty sure is a Princess Jihad. I don't know if we've gotten her name yet. I might have just forgotten it. Entirely possible. But her and Anak having that little moment after she made the deal with Baam. So I wonder if there is some like spite in this of her like wanting to possibly get the green April away from Anak. Like I don't think necessarily she wants Baam to have it, but maybe she just doesn't want Anak to have it. They also do not seem interested in the crown. Good point, Kun. It seems that if they're going to be helping Baam instead of attacking him, then it would appear that they are not quite interested winning the game. They might be interested for very different reasons. Even Anak seems a little bit confused. That's true, Anak. Maybe they don't know because they weren't in the room where they made the deal. So I'm assuming that they don't actually know that there's this bet between Anak and Baam. So maybe that isn't why they're helping. I mean, if it is Rachel, then maybe she has something to do with why they're helping Baam in particular. Maybe it has to do with Kun. Maybe it's just because they know Baam is an irregular and they want to, I don't know, benefit from that in some way. Oh, good job. Look at them. I do think that they're probably gonna win this game. I mean, unless this mystery team decides to suddenly stop helping them, then maybe we'll have something to worry about. But until further notice, it does seem like they are going to win this, which is great. Baam gets to keep the Black March and they get to skip the next challenge. I would also like to know that, Kun. I'd like to know what these hooded figures are all about. Ooh. That's a good point too, Baam, because his goal isn't necessarily to get to the top of the tower. Beating the tower is not Baam's goal. His goal is to find Rachel. So if this is Rachel, then he's not going to want to skip ahead. He's going to want to stay with her. Kun will not be happy about that. Or Rock, because they're both trying to progress through the tower and have absolutely no interest in Rachel, so I hope he doesn't throw the game. I hope that that's not like what they're banking on either. Whoa, what's going on there? Is it just really fast staff work? I'm assuming it's really fast staff work to block all of these discs. See, she's got the like needle thing, which is like sort of like the Black March and the Green April, just like smaller scale. So maybe that's her particular weapon that like links up with the other 13. Uh-oh. Are we fighting in heels? Is it causing disaster? Should not fight in heels. Just saying. Baam? I was gonna say think clearly, but let's face it, he's not going to do that. He is going to just go for it because there's a chance that it is Rachel, and he seems to think that it is her. But he can't fight. Baam, do not do this thing, but I know you're going to anyway. I know you're gonna get involved. Oof. I guess there goes probably the hood, though. It does look like Rachel. Am I crazy? The freckles? The blondness? Am I remembering her wrong? I don't think I am. Baam? It be Rachel? He seems to agree, but I think it'll do something not great for him that he found out it's Rachel and somebody is attacking her. Think clearly, but you're not going to. He's gonna rush into something and it's gonna go poorly for him. Just feel it coming. No, don't leave the throne. You'll have to forfeit the round if you leave the throne. He's gonna do it though. He's gonna do it. They were this close to winning this whole thing and having it all work out, and he's gonna throw it away because Rachel's here and he's gonna try and protect her. See, even like Kun and Rock are like, what are you doing? I'm with you guys, okay? I'm also against this, but he's gonna do it anyway. He's not gonna listen to us. Wait. And there it goes. There goes their chance at winning this. No! He's gonna get hurt too, because like I said, he can't fight. Honestly, I need to just like protect him from himself. And there goes the crown. I get hit in the head? No! I'm fine. I'm not panicking. I'm not freaking out. I'm not overstressed about this. Totally okay. It's fine. It's fine. Everything will be fine. Please don't hit him again. For the love of all the gods in the possible universe. No, sweetie, head injuries are so bad. I talk about this all the time with Ichigo. Oh, are they trying to come and help him? They defeated their two, so they probably can. Please tell me that's not his head, because I will be very upset if that is what's going on here. Ooh, it looks like it's the mask, though. Did something break it? One of Rachel's teammates, perhaps? No, she looks shook. They look, I mean, they don't seem to have a lot of emotion going on, but also don't seem to be involved. Is it the Black March? Lororo seems shook. Okay, what's going on? It freaks me out if Lororo's freaked out. What did he do? Who did what? What's going on? No! Oh, God. For a second, I thought I was gonna have the to be continued. Good thing we are reading a chapter right after this, or I would be panicking so much. Ooh, pretty. A little bit dark though. Wait, hang on. Is this Lady Yuri and Evan? No. Wait, some other people? Because I do not recognize these people. You look a little intense, but okay. Wait. Lady Yuri! Oh, I miss her so much. Is she figuring it out? Is she getting involved? Interfering with the fight? Oh, she's not gonna be happy when she finds out the Baam, like, forfeited Black March to Anak. It's gonna cause some tension, maybe. Have they collected some friends along the way who are a little bit more inclined towards conflict? What is it about, like, the really big characters in the groups just being really pro-fighting? I mean, I love Rock, but he definitely has some aggression. Oh, some other friends. She's got like a whole team. I love a good ensemble. Aw, head pats. Cute! What are white steel eels? Is this like the eel we saw earlier? Because that thing was not pleasant to be around. Okay, so steel eels because they have the like hardened skin to protect them from Shinsu. Got it. What's a wing tree badge? I mean, besides the fact that that means I'm one of the strongest in the tower. But like, how does one get the badge? What does the badge represent? Are there only certain people who get the badge? Or are just like all of the strongest getting a badge? So, Lady Yuri, naturally resistant. Is Anak also naturally resistant? Is that a thing of the princesses? Or is that just because of who specifically Lady Yuri is? Oh, who is stronger and should have the badge? Baam? Kun? Does she know about Kun? Does she know about who's like who's at Evankel's floor? I feel like she's talking about Baam. Who? Baam? Someone else? I'm so worried. Okay, I guess on to the next chapter. Episode 26. Let's do this, I guess. I'm totally ready. It'll be fine. Who's screeching? Who's yelling? What's going on? Who are you? You kind of deserve it though. You hit Baam, so I can't feel like super bad for you. I'm just saying. But who whacked them in the face? What's going on? What happened? It was a very disarming image. Really, no winner. I mean, all things considered, I guess that probably was how this was gonna go. Really? They got like days to rest? Interesting. I didn't know if that was something that the tower considered. Oh, look at those little sweater vests. Lororo looks a little bit upset. Isn't it like instant coffee is their thing? They look so proud though. Was there a problem during the test? Goodness gracious, was there? There were a few hiccups during this particular bonus challenge. Just thinking, I'm like, it was that they wanted to do the bonus round after they found out about this mystery team. So interesting that Hansung wants to send them further, like quicker. Ooh, there's a rule that acquaintances can't take the test together. I guess then the mystery team breaks that twice, doesn't it? Because Rachel, but then also if the other member is a princess of Jihad, then Anak definitely knows them. So I wonder if the acquaintance that Lororo is talking about is the princess of Jihad, or if it's Rachel. Which one is the irregular? Is it Rachel or is it the really tall one? I feel like maybe Rachel forced her way in because Baam did, and it was like at the same place. Why do you test them? I'm assuming because I understand why people want to go up the tower, because it's like you get some kind of wish granted at the top, but I don't actually know why the tower does it. Like, it's not like, it doesn't seem to be like an entertainment thing. Is it to figure out who's the strongest? So that you, because people like rankers, people who get to the top of the tower stay in the tower, it seems. I guess there's that too. If you want to like regulate who has like very dangerous skills and powers and put them, you know, somewhere where there are other people who are very strong and powerful to kind of manage them. Also a good point. If you're like, we grant any wish, I mean, what if somebody wishes destruction? Or just like something like really, like what if someone just is like, I wish the end of the tower? I guess the tower is kind of like multiple worlds, kind of all tangled up together. Interesting revelation though. So it's not about, like I was saying, about finding people who are like really powerful and like wanting to single them out as like powerful people that you can kind of like gather. Instead, it's about like how do we find people who are like a threat to, I mean, the tower specifically, but the tower kind of encapsulates a lot of different places and people and systems and stuff like that. So it is interesting that it's meant to kind of single out who is actually a threat as opposed to who is there to like maybe protect the tower. Do we think it's Baam? Is Baam the most dangerous? Possibly Kun? But I feel like Baam has the whole like chosen one energy. See, he's asking about manipulating Shinsu, which also makes me think of Baam because we had it where he put up the barrier and everyone got pushed back except for Baam. So it's almost like he has something else going on. Urek. I feel like that's been mentioned before. Obviously they're saying that he's a new regular, but I feel like that's one of the names that was brought up earlier when they were talking about the different irregulars that have like been like threatening forces within the tower before. Aurora looks very determined about something. Yeah, because we have wait, is that what happened? Because Lororo was talking about manipulating Shinsu, someone who hadn't made a contract. Is that why the mask cracked? Did Baam use Shinsu? Is he like a Shinsu user? Like we saw with Lorraine? But like probably different because again, chosen one energy. Oh! And here I was worrying about him being defenseless. Well dang, Baam. All it took was a near-death experience, I guess. I'm sorry, are we saying that Shinsu has sentience? Because that is also worrisome, because it's literally everywhere. Will he awaken? Awaken to what? That is also worrisome. Aw, Baam. I like that Kun's with him though. Rachel. I don't know how to feel about her. I got my suspicions, even though people have commented that I shouldn't be as suspicious as I am. And the thing too is like, Kun was talking about like whether or not, like because Baam has been unconscious for so long that maybe he can't join the test. But now that he's found Rachel, is he gonna want to? Is he gonna want to travel with her? Are the two teams gonna like come together? Did Anak already take the Black March? I have a lot of questions about the craziness that just happened, but that's the end of this chapter. I'm not gonna lie, those couple of chapters were very stressful for me. I think the most stressful that Tower of God has been so far. Baam is such a sweet little angel and people being mean to him is just like not acceptable to my brain. Like I refuse to accept that as something that is possible of people. With everything that's been going on, the fact that we have Rachel in fact coming back, even though some of you are putting in the comments that it might not be Rachel and I shouldn't be jumping to conclusions, but I knew it since I saw that blonde ponytail, okay? You can't play mind games with me, I knew it. But having her coming back does raise a lot of issues for Baam and his particular journey. We saw that when he decided to leave the throne to protect her, which meant that he was forfeiting that match, so his team wouldn't have been able to actually win that round. We have the fact that the only reason that Baam is traveling up the tower or trying to travel up the tower was for the hope of reconnecting with Rachel, and now that he has, does that mean he is going to stay with her instead of traveling with Kun and Rock like he originally was? I'm not really sure what his decision is going to be or if Rachel is going to want him with her. Again, I think their relationship is a little bit tenuous in general. It doesn't seem like a traditional friendship, so there's a lot of questions I have about that, and I feel like Baam does have a certain kind of loyalty to Kun and Rock at this point because he has been traveling with them and becoming friends with them. I feel like because there's like this foreshadowing about Rachel betraying him, and I'm not sure when it's gonna happen, but I feel like it is going to happen, and I don't know when, I don't know how. I don't fully trust her, and I know that you guys are like, don't be so suspicious all the time, but I'm gonna stay suspicious of Rachel, okay? Something about her get the wrong vibe. So I'm gonna trust my instincts until proven otherwise. And we also have the fact that nobody won that round. So nobody ended up winning this bonus round. No one gets to pass up ahead. So we don't have this mystery team passing before all these other teams like Hung Sung wanted. I'll loop back around to that in a second, but I want to talk about the fact that Baam didn't win this round, which means that he didn't win the bet with Anak, which means he doesn't have the Black March anymore. And that it's gonna cause some issues. One, because he was a lot more powerful when he had it, though we do have this whole like Shinsu omniscience thing. I mean, I guess it's not really, I mean, Shinsu like manipulation, but it's not really manipulation. It's like he's giving it sentience. I hope that we'll like come back to that at some point. Lororo seems a little bit unsettled by that as well, so hopefully we'll deal with that at some point. But it also means that I guess Anak has the Black March, which also makes her a little bit more powerful than I feel comfortable with, but also we had Lady Yuri coming back. She's gonna be disappointed when she meets up with Baam again and he just doesn't have her weapon anymore. So we'll have to see. I mean, I guess I haven't seen that Anak now has the Black March, so it could be that that like didn't happen, but I really doubt that Anak wouldn't have just like taken it now that Baam has been knocked out for a few days, nor do I think that Baam would want to keep it because he did make that deal and he did lose the round, so he would have wanted her to have it anyway because he's just like an honest person. So I feel like Anak probably has it. So we also had the interaction with Lororo and Hangsang talking about like why the tower challenges happen, and we have this kind of reveal that it's to find these black sheep, these people who are threats to the tower and kind of the basic system, which we've already had kind of like whisperings of in the fact of irregulars being very chaotic when they enter the tower, and I do wonder exactly how that factors in. They tend to be very strong too, and they also throw chaos, so I wonder if irregulars are, because they're the ones that didn't get invited into the tower, but they also happen to be very strong, so I wonder why they wouldn't be invited into the tower, if there's something specific about who they are that makes it so that they wouldn't be invited to the tower to go through these challenges and for them to figure out who is threatening the tower. I don't know, I just learned this now. I don't have a lot of background information to help me. It is interesting that it's less about how do we find strong people, like I was thinking to kind of like attract strong people and have them maybe protect the tower, maybe protect something else, protect whoever the god is of the tower or the king or whatever's going on. And it's more about, okay, how do we find threats to those, I don't know, systems, powers, authorities. A lot of stuff being thrown at me over these couple of chapters. I'm very stressed. I'm glad that they got a little bit of a break. Looks like we're going to be getting into whatever the next challenge is, and hopefully it'll be slightly less stressful, but I doubt it. I doubt that that will happen. You can click this playlist to see my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so you won't miss the next time I post a Tower of God reaction, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!